All right, how you guys doing? Welcome over here to Googan Labs. My name is Robert Turkla. As a lot of you guys do know me as LUNKERSTV, I'm excited to talk about stupid, sharp things that we shove inside of a green fish's face. All right, so out the gate, a lot of people think that you can just have one size fits all type thing, kind of like this hat. That is not the case for hooks. Hooks, people don't realize there's a lot of thought process that actually goes into making a hook like this, where the hook point is aligned with the eye of the hook. That can change your hookup ratio. Round bend hooks, hookup ratio is not nearly as good as our hammer hook. And the reason why I say that is because if you guys notice, it's shaped like a normal hook to a certain extent, but it's a little bit more square down here. The hookup ratio on these things are absolutely phenomenal. I'm not just saying that because it's our product. I'm telling you, use them, test them, and I believe you're going to find out the same things I do. So out the gate, a lot of people don't realize this is a 2/0. A lot of you guys may not realize this. This 2/0, the wire gauge on this 2/0 is significantly thinner than this 6/0. Bigger the hook does not always mean bigger the fish. I promise you. I've caught so many big fish on this 2/0 hook paired with this rattle and chunk. Legitimately, pair this rattle and chunk, which is, I forget the size, this is a 2 3/4 inch bait right here in total with a 2/0 hook. I would actually throw this on a 1/0 hook if we made a 1/0 hook. I'm not even kidding. So this 2/0 hook is just fine. Flip it in there in the cover and I have no issues getting it out. The good thing about having a thinner gauge wire hook is the fact that you don't have to set the hook as hard. So with these thicker gauge wire hooks, you better be using a lot denser rod. Like you're not gonna get away with a reaction rod right here using a 6/0 hook. You're gonna need a more stout rod because you're gonna have way more backbone on the rod to penetrate this thick gauge wire hook through the face of the fish. There's a lot more that goes into just selecting your hook sizes than just grabbing this, say this 4/0 and throwing it on this, which I wouldn't recommend doing, throwing on this 7 1/4 inch with bait. I actually would go down to say a 3/0, which I don't have on this table because the size of this bait doesn't call for a 4. The other thing to keep in mind when it comes to picking your hook sizing is also pairing it with the right line sizing. A lot of the times you want to downsize your line when you're throwing these lighter gauge hooks. And the same goes with these thicker gauge hooks. You want to up your line. Say a 6/0 on say this Mondo worm right here. Probably going to be throwing it on 17-pound test. To be honest with you, mainly I'm going to be dragging this thing out deep through some nasty stuff. And the 6/0 hook is good for that. The trench hog, this big old lunker log. The normal size lunker log, I'm probably going to throw with a 4 or 5/0. Depends on what you're doing. Depends on the situation. If you're flipping reeds in Florida, I actually will throw a 5/0 and I'll take one of these 5-inch lunker logs. This is a 6-inch, but I'll take a 5/0 hook and a 5-inch lunker log because it'll slide through that grass really, really slick like it'll just shoot in there, shoot in and out. Other thing, bandito bugs, cracking craws, stuff like that. You guys literally downsize. Go to a 3/0, go to a 2/0. You can get away with that kind of stuff. Junior sizes, go to 2/0 hooks. You don't need anything bigger than that. So I brought these out to demonstrate the sizing. When you guys are looking at hooks, I'm telling you guys, look at the diameter of the actual metal of the hook. It's very significant when it comes to the type of fishing that you're trying to do. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense. Make sure to subscribe to the Googan Lab for more content. I love you guys. I am out of here.